these thoughts. Lord, help us, Lord. There's no jobs left. So we sell dope. See, we got families, man. We don't want to sell no more. Harassed by the police. And killed by a hole. Come on, then take a trip. To my hood. There's no love for these thoughts. No love for these thoughts. There's no love for these thoughts. Lord, please love us.
Hi, I'm Reverend Dr. Madeline McClenney, President and founder of ExodusFoundation.org. You're about to meet Sebastian Goodson, who's been with us for over 10 years and has grown to become my special assistant. The purpose of this podcast is to be an intervention for young people or adults who are thinking about harming themselves or other people. Sebastian has a unique story to tell and much wisdom to share because he's been there. So join us. Thank you for watching. Y'all, let me tell you about this man in front of me right now. You can't see what he's been through, but he is a living testimony of the resilience of our spirits and the determination of a man who didn't give up on himself. You're looking at a man who was the chief reason we were able to go to Washington, D.C. in 2015 and hold a congressional symposium on ending mass incarceration. You're looking at a man who at every job he goes to became supervisor, was promoted within 3 to 6 months. You're looking at a man who's been to ITT Tech, who's worked for the Postal Service, who's worked as a surveyor in the cable, what do you call it, Sebastian? Whatever those lines y'all were putting in the ground. Surveying, right? You're looking at somebody who's a community leader who walked the streets with me when he came to ExodusFoundation.org. You're looking at somebody who every time someone came home from prison and came to our office and saw Sebastian, who knew of him or did time with him, darn near bowed to the man, right? And who has the grit and determination to make a decision that in his early 50s, he gonna go to school and be a straight A student at Johnson C. Smith University. And for everyone out there thinking about harming themselves or somebody else, you got to hear what this man has to say. So Sebastian, thank you. You've been through a lot. I'm just going to start off and let you go wherever your mind takes you. I know that based on what you and I have discussed, you were out on your own at 10 years old, homeless, houseless, in the streets. How did that happen, Sebastian?
Well, I didn't want to follow the rules and regulations, the rules of my parents. So I chose to, during that time in the 80s, Ronald Reagan and all them has put, I say the government put the crack cocaine out there, for us to follow suit. So all we had was crack cocaine, ABC stores and guns. So I was one of the ones who fall into place, Thing about it, I just didn't sell crack because I didn't like crack, My mother got on crack and she was a good woman, but she allowed her friends to influence her to get down there and hurt herself. My daddy wasn't. And that's why I instilled a lot of my toughness and my fearlessness, my dad, my uncles, and So, but when I left home, I was just in the street all over, I had money going in and out of hotels, but that comes from robbing people and picking up banks and stuff. And so,
so Sebastian, help people understand who don't understand. Why couldn't you live at home? Like, what made you go to the streets?
because I didn't want to see everything that was going into the home. Brothers and sisters. Sometimes we might not be able to eat and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go out here and do all this. And then seeing my mom on drugs, seeing people coming out my house, I ain't like that. So I started shooting people. You know what I'm saying? So if I catch anybody around my mama selling drugs, I shot them. You know what I'm saying? So I became real dangerous. Especially after I went to training school, I became real dangerous. I was a menace to society. So I didn't listen to nothing. I ain't tolerate nothing. But you wouldn't have never known that unless you crossed that path. You had to cross that path because I still have a humbleness about myself. I just wasn't out here just being reckless with it. But I was dangerous to a fact that, you couldn't play with me on no level. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't touch nothing that I love or anything. So, people, I tell people, you can't judge people by their story. You can't judge people by what they do out here and how they get their money. But what you can do is educate them and let them know some of the things. Because everybody been through something, but some been through something a little worse, some been through something a little less. Everybody got a story, so you got to listen to it. That's the only way you're gonna be able to help them. You know what I'm saying? So you just can't. Oh, because I was out here doing stuff, there's a million other people in the world do the same thing I do. There's a difference about the way I do my thing, though. You know what I'm saying? I just talk everything around me. I'm either gonna help grow, I'm gonna help lead, I'm gonna destroy you and get you the hell away from me. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is. I make power moves. I make moves to build my computer. I never did nothing. When I was out here robbing and stealing, I went. Only way that you got shot by me and you was black is because you crossed that line. You know the line that you don't cross. Everybody know the line that black folks don't cross. But as far as that, I destroyed the white folks. I mean, they destroyed us. They brought in things. They took away the after school program. They took away the football programs. They took away all the recreation center, but you supplied it with ABC stores, a bunch of crack cocaine. We ain't got no 747. We ain't got no 747. We ain't got no airplanes. We don't have no boats. How
To
we get the
bring in the
drugs over here?
drugs. To
So
bring in the
we
drugs.
asking because you wasn't gonna give us no job. What you gonna give a job? Paying us a quarter, an hour, $1.25 an hour. So you think that was gonna help us come out of the situation that we are in? No, it's not. But I tell you how to help you get out of the situation that you are in now. See, the difference was back then and back here, you got people like Exodus that's going to help you get out that situation. Somebody who's trying. So you always have, it's just like Beauty and the Beast. You got the beauty and I'm the damn beast. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody who's going to pray for
I
you.
beg to differ sometimes.
I mean, but I'm saying though, just because you're the beauty, that don't mean you're not a beast.
I'm
But
just messing.
that's the image that you want to. That's the image that we want to have. But the thing about it is, when you got people like my uncle, I'm sitting in my uncle's barbershop doing his interview. When you got people like that that's gonna put you under your wing, he's a deacon, he's a minister. The people that come in this barbershop got the utmost respect for him. He not gonna tolerate. He been in the Navy, so he don't play no game. So everybody around me know how to defend and be fearless. They lead us, you know what I'm saying? So I don't hang around people that's gonna fail me or that's gonna lead me down to destruction. I already done been through the destruction. I done been through the hell. I done been to the belly of the beast. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't been there, I'm telling you don't want to go there. Allow Exodus to help you, allow me to show you, and I'm gonna take you on a journey. See, yeah. When you have been through the part about somebody somebody hurting you physically when you was a youth, when you was a young person, when they violating you, that hurts. I still got that hatred and anger in me. Not only for the person who did it to me, but for my mom and dad, even though I love them to death. Because sometimes you don't know how to let that pain go. Wasn't no male, it was a female. But still, I was young. You shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have violated me like that. You see what I'm saying? So I understand your pain, but that don't make you want to go out there and hang yourself or kill yourself. There's too many things in life that you can be promised. First of all, it's called having a faith base. When you got a faith base, meaning you got a relationship with God, then you can't lose. Will you go over some humps and hills? That's the whole point of God developing you, taking you through these bumps and hills and take you on this journey. But when you finally get to that clear path, it ain't nothing that you can't accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Next thing is finding you a new circle of friends. You can't deal with the same people who got you into destruction or who encouraging you. Oh yeah, man, it's okay because I don't want to live no life. Why you don't want to live? You don't have no reason to die right now. Trust me. When it's time, God gonna take it. It's two things He promised you. That's life and that's death. So you ain't got to rush it. You ain't got to go. And I mean, not just with yourself, but you rushing life when you out here playing these street games. When you out here want to be in a game. When you out here want to play drug dealer. You playing Russian roulette every day you wake up.
Has it changed since you were what? You were 10 years old in 1988, 80. How old were you? When were you born? Remind me.
I got locked up in 80. I got locked up in 88. I was born in 72. I was 10 in 81.
Right. Okay. Right. So it was just getting off the chain, wild, crazy at that point. When you look at that time period and you look now today, you look why people were shooting and killing then and now. Is there a difference? Why do you think young men and women are pulling guns on each other now in our community?
Most likely. Now it's a way different because back then it was about protecting your own. It was about protecting your family. You know what I'm saying? It really had to come to a person really crossing that line of the love zone. You know, mess with your family. But right now, we killing ourselves for reputation. We killing ourselves for attention. We killing ourselves because the white man told you to do this. The rappers tell you to do this. You know, the movies tell you to do this. We don't know how to move the difference. You know, sometimes I kind of regret that they even came out with a cell phone. They even came out with video phone. You know, I kind of like the beeper with the payphone, you know what I'm saying? Because a distraction, which is how they've been getting us since we came from over our ancestors came from Africa with a distraction. You distract us about taking our own gold and fooling us, thinking we can go over here and sell and make a country, which this wasn't even your country. This was the Mexican and Spanish. Everybody always talking about they immigrants. They not immigrants. You took this from them. This theirs. How you gonna call them immigrants when this is theirs? Ain't no Christopher Columbus found nothing. No, let me say it correct. Christopher Columbus ain't found shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna stop playing these games. And that's another thing. We don't know our history. So that's why we lost. We don't know history. We're afraid to go and experience history. We'll quickly go to a concert that ain't talking about nothing. We quickly go to a gunfight or a gang reunion. But when it's time to go to the church, when it's time to go to the history, to the classroom, we avoid all these things that can help us. So it's a big difference, you know what I'm saying? Because we got so many distractions that's causing us and so many drugs out here that's confusing us. It ain't no help unless we help.
I've worked with and I've mentored a few people who've got caught up in the war on drugs, who have taken lives. One man was a former hitman, and he said that all of his victims haunted him in his sleep, and he had them numbered. I've heard this before from several people who had the experience of taking a life. Veterans say the same thing, right? People say that they start to see demons.
Mhm.
Some say they start to see Satan himself. What do young people, anyone, doesn't matter the age, thinking about taking a life need to know about how it affects them after the fact?
Let me address that first part. It's true. It's so true. The last 5 years of my 25 years that I've done it myself by myself. Because every seller that they tried to give me ran up out of there at night. And it wasn't because I did anything to them. It's because I had that monkey. I had the devil on my back. So you do experience that. You know, they telling me how they waking up, they hear me in the middle of the night, tell me, man, you throw somebody and you burnt somebody alive and all that, you shooting people. So yeah, that monkey is on your back. These demons do right. I used to have when I worked for psychology for 15 years.
You
But
work
I
for
also
who?
did
Say it again.
psychology, the psychology department in prison. But at the same time, I had to lay on that couch because I did take somebody's life. But the thing about it, they always used to ask me about the dream. I used to have this one dream that always used to haunt me. It'd be some women. I'm out there, and we adults. I'm out here, and it'd be like these 3, 4 women, and they're always taking me in the woods, and we'll have sex. But after we have sex, they'll kill me. And I used to wonder why. Why is it just, they just turn real evil all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? So these are things that happen when you choose to walk the wrong path. It's just gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? The devil is real if you allow him to be in your life. Now, in order for you not to commit and talking about taking your own life or however you choose to take your life, because you choose to take your life every day, starting off wrong if you don't get up and pray and thank God for what you got. Now, in order to avoid that, you have moments in life where you might be in classroom because it's a skill set that you have. You might like to go to school. You might like to be okay, say you win the game. But let's look at the terminology here. You in a game and all y'all do is standing around all day. You see somebody that beefing with y'all going pull out your gun and start shooting. After that little quick little intersection, interactive thing over with, what you got? You ain't did nothing positive. You still right there where you stood at. You still same place. Ain't nothing different happened. But just think if you get out that game and you decide to go to school, but then you start elevating because you got the skill set. And then this game right here, you see them guys every day when you come home. They still right here not doing nothing. But yet you rise into the case. Elevate, elevate. It's not that you weak and it's not that nobody don't love you, but in order for somebody to love you and help you, you got to love yourself and want to help. There's so many things, so many people out here. I'm not going to speak on nobody because a lot of programs, but I'm always speak on Exodus. Do you know Exodus has a 94, 95, 92% recidivism? Don't none of Dr. Madeline people come back. Nobody that came through Exodus program goes back into prison.
90%.
Everybody.
90%.
90%
You're
don't
gonna
matter.
get that other 10%.
That's 10%.
That other 10%,
That's 10% from 100.
get to make their own decisions.
That's 10% from 100. We talking about you got 1 million programs in the world and can't none of them say that. So when you have that, that means you got all the tools that you need to succeed. You only have 10% that you got to do on your own. Because the other 90%, we take care of the business. So you got to want this help. There's so much help out here for you. Allow myself, Dr. Madeline, and Exodus Foundation, and all the people that we got that's part of our program to help you. It's help out here for you. It's help. If I can do it, if I can come out of all this trauma, you know what I'm saying? Both of my mother and father is gone right now to the day. I have my son. So if I can come through all the problem, go through be in the belly of the beast for 25 years, go through molestation, if I can go through going to training school, fighting, shooting, killing, getting beat up, all that junk, getting stabbed, you can come and look where I'm at today. I'm a 3.94 average student in college, getting my bachelor's and my master's degree in social work. So I guess what? So I can continue helping and building a community that we all can go back to being peaceful and our freedom.
That's powerful. Thank you, Sebastian. And people need to know you didn't come to us, at 25 and 26 years old. When we met you, you were 40. You were in your early 40s. And And when the Lord sent Sebastian to us, we didn't have a full-time paid staff person at the time. I didn't have a salary. I had the benefit at the time when I was married, I had the benefit of a spouse who was the breadwinner, so I could focus on this ministry. And we got a grant out of nowhere that I didn't ask for. And the Lord said, hire this man that would hardly speak when he came to the office, that was so angry, so angry. You want to help, because there are a lot of people out there angry. When I met you, you were angry. One minute you be fine, the next minute
Flip flop.
flip flop, right? Help people understand that you understand that anger. Talk about what was making you so angry.
Life, because I wanted to come out here and have revenge on people that hurted me.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time, because a lot of people in that spot right now.
I said I wanted revenge. I wanted to come out here and destroy the people that destroyed me. So I had so much anger. I'm still working on that hatred. I still haven't let all of it go. You know what I'm saying? Because part of it has already left my life. So, but I didn't come out here destroying nobody. I didn't come out here. I had it inside of me, but I didn't bring it outside of me.
You had it written down.
I had it written down. And I had people that started coming beside me and in my circle who wouldn't allow me to make that rage come out. So that rage got caged. You know what I'm saying? So that anger is real. This hatred is real. But you got to work on it. I work on it every day because I put God first. Once I do that, then I wake up good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that it's gonna be easy. But what is easy in life? Ain't nothing in life easy. You got to work hard for it. In order for you to want to be successful, you got to work hard for it.
What is the solution? Let me go ahead. What is the solution? And right now we're just talking specifically about the violence, the shooting each other, killing each other.
Exodus is the solution. I'm gonna let you speak on that. Exodus is the solution. Exodus.
Oh boy. You the hype man. So organizations like ours that put the work in have one thing in common, and
What's that
is time.
Okay.
People ask, we've been like, next year we're going to celebrate 25 years, right? People ask, why aren't you here or there? Like they know where we're supposed to be at what time in history, right? Where we're supposed to be, when we're supposed to be a certain size and all this kind of thing. The thing that I learned that homeless people taught me, people who were houseless in DC taught me, like that's where I got my education, in that shelter for 7 years, from freshman to finishing grad school. Time. What people coming home need is our time and attention. And that is the most priceless gift we can give anybody, whether it's a lover, a child, our education. It requires time. And so we are embarking upon a campaign to recruit 1,000 mentors for Mecklenburg County and vicinity. We need people who will give their time.
That's right.
Will volunteer their time and go through our training. And it's going to take, it's like, who knows how much time it's going to take. It could happen like that. But more than likely, it's going to be over a several-year process to get those people in place. It's time. You and I spent a lot of time together. You spent a lot of time with the staff. The mentors spend a lot of time with their mentees. We have to be willing to deposit something. Imagine, now I know this is touchy, Sebastian. You play football, you are faster than Carl Lewis. If the way you tell it, you were faster than Carl Lewis when you ran against him in track meets, right? Imagine though, if instead of watching football and sports, we were out there playing sports with the young people, right? Taking that 8 and 10 hours a week we spend during football and NBA season, and at least take half of that time and give it to the young people, right?
That's right.
Or if we're gonna watch it with them, right? They used to have the midnight basketball when I was coming through, right?
Exactly.
They had it in DC. They had the Boston Miracle. When people tell me we can't stop this killing, I want to say some stuff because it happened.
That's another segment.
That's another segment. In 1995 to 1997, the homicide rate in Boston went to 0 because of a group of ministers and social activists that went out and talked to the young men, mostly men, and met them where they were. The homicide rate went to 0, according to one of my advisors who was involved and knew the thing when it started and kicked off. Last question before we wrap up. You used to tell me that you don't feel love. Why have you fought so hard for your own mental wellness and to see if it's even possible to love?
I mean, because after a while, your body starts tearing down when you hate someone, when you're angry. You know what I'm saying? So then you start watching everybody around you that is capable of being happy or happy. And you start seeing, like, if I'm walking around with a frown on my face and angry, then who can I open up to? Who is going to be wanting to help me because they don't even know if I need help or not? But if I walk around smiling and accepting the warmth of someone and sitting down or asking them and saying, listen, it's okay to love. It's okay to be afraid, but it's okay to love. It's okay to be angry, but it's okay to love. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to always be perfect because if that's the case, we wouldn't be where we at. So it's okay to do the things that we need to do and understand people's worth, because you are worth more than gold and billions of dollars that they have on this earth. So in order for you to continue to be that worth, you got to love. This ain't even this just an opening for y'all. We got plenty more segments coming where I get deeper. I didn't want to scare you away. I just want to give you an understanding. This is the understanding that you're gonna get. But the more segments that you're gonna get, I'm gonna give it to you as you're supposed to get it, because we can't sugarcoat it no more. We can't water it down no more. I gotta give it to you like it's raw. That's the only way you're gonna be healthy. Like Dr. Sabbath said, you got to eat this thing raw in order for you to have the bone and a healthy life. And that's it for me. I thank my sister and my road, my that's my road dog, man. We've been doing this thing, but as I told her one day laying on the floor, I said, listen, I ain't going nowhere, I got your back. Anybody be around me to tell you, when I got your back, I got your back. As long as you ain't fake or with that foolery. You understand what I'm saying? So if I tell you if you need our help, it don't matter if you're on the street corner, you want to get out of the game, just call me. You can give my personal number. Call me and see if I'll be there or not. See, when I have, now I'm going to show you some big wheels that's going to pull up, but they ain't going to be pulling up to hurt nobody. We're going to pull you up and show you how to get it done. Because I'll get you out of there and get you somewhere, get you a good job, get you in school somewhere, and get you on that right path, get you some people to be around that's going to love on you and put God in your life. You understand that? So guess what? Into the next segment, part 2, we're going to bring you a little bit of the belly of the beast. I ain't even got started yet.
And that's the way it is. Thank you.
That part.
Free
Like what's up with the people? Like what's up with the people? If we all came together.